Start the show. Hello and welcome to episode. What episode is this? I don't actually know.
33. No, 32.
32.
Wow.
37.
Strong start, guys.
I had to check.
You had, yeah, I was supposed to be, yeah. Anyway, welcome to episode 32 of Sitrep Happy Hour. I'm currently being attacked by a cat right now. What is she doing? My name is Mike. Joining me as always, my co-hosts, Robert. You're sat in the corner. How are you doing today?
Sat in a corner. Apparently.
In the naughty corner.
Full of
fine.
fucks. Full of fucks. You're looking fine and dandy today.
Thank
If
you.
I quite might say so myself.
I went swimming today. It was fun.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you float?
Yes.
Sorry, I just said.
Took the twins swimming for the first time. They loved it.
Did they?
Did you just throw them in
No, we got
like they
like
do?
these rings that they sit in.
That's the politest way of asking somebody if they're fat ever. Did you float?
Well, technically, everyone should float.
No, they shouldn't.
Yeah, there's a set amount of buoyancy, isn't there?
He's got
But,
big
yeah, but
bones.
there's an actual skill set to floating so that you don't drown. They're trying to teach people how to do it because so many idiots are drowning when they like jump in the river and it's a little bit cold in the summer because, you know, English people are fucking stupid. Oh, get in the river because I can't fucking swim. Crack on, dickhead.
I feel like this is a loot problem I want to hear more about. What brought on this?
I can swim,
about?
dude. I've got a lot of fucking swimming medals. Fuck you.
I'm not. Do you...
Were you in the Olympics?
No.
This is chance.
I missed my chance, yeah. I
I
gave
mean,
up and went to play to football, but yeah, I didn't really get anywhere with football either, but
I'm being honest. What's brought on this? What has caused this rant? That I've not heard anything about this at all.
I'm just sick of stupid people drowning and then blaming it on the fact that they can't swim. It's like, learn to fucking swim then. It's really not that fucking difficult. They will literally teach you how to swim from the fact, from the moment you're 6 months old. And it cost you like, what, £4 a session to learn to swim? Just learn to swim.
Or at least before you go do something, at least check that that person can swim, if I remember right, you know, from certain things this week. But there we go. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but yeah, fucking idiots. I guess we better bring on the other person on the podcast. Are we allowed to talk about your captivity this last week, Brad? I don't want to.
I'm trapped inside like an animal. Yes.
Trapped in cabinets, Captain Cabinets. Can he get out? How are you doing, Brad?
Fantastic. This is the most people I've spoke to in a week. So, great.
Where's Wilson?
He's hiding. He's camera shy.
Are you sleeping in that room as well?
I was just going to say that. You're literally not leaving that room, are you?
No,
That's
no. She wants to treat it like we would have it when we got pinged. So
when you got married, you mean?
yeah, when I got married. Yeah,
In the spare room, dickhead.
yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, this has been my life for 7 days, and I've got 2 more
So-
days to go.
So hang on then. So how did you treat it when she was isolating?
I stayed in here.
That doesn't make sense.
Wow.
No. I had the rest of the house.
So what's that thumbprint on your forehead? Sorry? What?
Well, probably isn't one there at the moment because I haven't been near anyone, unless it's my own.
Wow, dude. Well played.
You know, I had the whole house for that week, and then now I'm just stuck in this room for this week.
I feel sorry for you because you've had it
Oh, yeah.
pretty much back to back, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Does she slide food under the door? Or are you
I feel like
allowed
you're in a prison.
No,
do you
she
need?
knocks the door, brings it up.
Do you need us to
That's
get you
nice.
out? Are you trapped in your house? Are you
Yes.
being abused right now?
I'm blinking Morse code.
Yeah, I was gonna say blink twice if you need our help. I'll send one of the other guys.
It's been fine. It's been like being 14 again, playing video games all day.
Fair enough.
Video games, masturbating. What else are you gonna do for 7 days straight? I guess. Someone had to say it. We all gotta be honest. We're all boys. Boys.
What?
The boys. You right, Rob?
Yeah.
Just sat there anyway, yeah, Brad, since you've had the most time literally on your hands this week, what have you been up to?
You're such a dick. I played a hell of a lot of RuneScape, like a lot. I got back into Hearthstone and I've played that a lot.
That's
Which for anyone
dangerous.
who doesn't know is like a card game based off of the World of Warcraft lore. I played some Ratchet and Clank finally. I finally started that, and that is awesome. Like, it's so good. Like, they've really utilized the features on the controller. They utilized the 3D audio for the headset. Like, and it looks amazing. It plays amazing. It's so fun. I've only played 2 or 3 hours, I think. So I'll finish that probably over the weekend.
Have you tried it in 2K yet?
I'm playing it on my monitor, yeah.
Oh, you're playing it on your monitor now.
Yeah,
Have you tried your new cable that you've got?
not of Ratchet, no. It still looked good though. Like, it was really good. Apart from that, not a lot.
Yeah, Rob.
Well, there's a couple of other things that we're going to talk about, but I'll leave that for
Can you
later.
explain the cable and the 2K thing? What's going on?
Well, go on.
I was using an old HDMI cable, like a really old one. So then I suddenly remembered, I was like, oh, that's probably not going to show in 2K properly on my monitor because it's not like a 2.0 or... So I ordered one, and then I realized that the one the PS5 comes with is a 2.1 HDMI cable. So I didn't need to order one.
So now you got two.
I will have to, yes. But the one I got is longer, so I can have the PlayStation where I want it in here instead of right under the desk. So it's kind of handy that I got it anyway, but it wasn't
I
necessary.
didn't think the PlayStation 5 supported 1440p.
I don't think it
It
does.
doesn't, but this monitor downscales it by some weird magic. I don't know how it does it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, yours is
Yeah.
one of the few that does it, isn't it? Which we found
Yeah.
out after you bought it, I'm pretty sure.
It looks real good.
You looking forward to returning to work next week?
Kind of, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to being able to go outside the front door.
Outside your bedroom.
Yeah.
It's when you find out Laura's got used to it and you're like, can I come out of my room now? No.
There's a lock on the outside.
Oh,
No,
dear.
if at any point in this, podcast you need to express how much help you need, just let us know.
Yeah, well, I'll just drink. It's fine.
Rob,
I don't need people.
Mike,
what are you playing at the minute?
And up for my drink.
Destiny.
Have you finished the raid yet?
No. I mean, yes. But no.
That really shouldn't be that complicated an answer. You either have or you haven't.
No.
I mean,
There's-
I know I'm not clued up on Destiny 2, but fucking hell, you either have finished it or you haven't.
Well, no, I'm working towards the seal for the raid, and there's, you know how Division used to have like, triumph score. Was it triumph score? I can't remember.
Commendations.
Commendations. There's like you earn so many commendations for the raid, and you get a seal, and then you have like a title under your name.
I'm currently not paying attention to a word you're saying because I'm watching Brad struggle, hoping to open that bottle of cider.
It's not opening. It's a twisty lid, and I can't bloody do it.
He's been on his own so long, he's got no muscle strength left.
Use your other
That's
hand, Brad.
savage. It does not want to open. I should keep my strong hand, yeah.
Surely you've got one arm like Popeye right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say one's bigger than the other this week. Anyway.
Yeah, once I used my right arm, it was way better.
That's what she said.
No, I just wondered because I booted up Steam last night. I was like, was it last night? It might have been the other night. I was like, oh look, Rob's playing Destiny, playing the raid in Venus again. I just
There's a there's a challenge to do every week on hard mode, and it's not easy. So yeah, it sometimes takes a couple of nights for us to do it.
fair enough. You still enjoying it at the minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's new content coming for that? Is that next year?
There's a new season starting in like a week's time. But then the new content's not till next year. Been delayed.
Yeah, I did see there's a bunch of PvP changes coming as well, or they're working on PvP and new maps and stuff like that. Or there's a PvP update to a degree, but
Well, Bungie are kind of on like not really supporting Destiny much at the moment because they're currently building a new game, I think. So whatever updates we get is very minimal.
The new game's not Destiny 3, is it?
No, it's a competitive PvP game.
Ooh.
So
do you have faith in them creating a competitive PvP game after the PvP in Destiny Beyond Light, whatever it's called now?
yes, because it won't be peer-to-peer. I probably won't play it because too old to have the
Destiny.
reactions to play.
You will play it.
Competitive games anymore. Too much alcohol gone through my veins.
This is true. Speaking of PvP and competitive, I want to say competitive games, but I don't think it's classed as competitive. Did you play X Defiant in the end?
No. I got invited, but it was a US invite, so I couldn't do it.
Really weird. I don't understand why that is the case.
Because I got invited by someone who got invited. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, I assumed that, but yeah. No, yeah, I see people are kind of like
It was North
on the
America only.
I don't know if you guys have seen anything about that, but people seem to be quite on the fence of. I didn't play it. I haven't really watched anything. I've seen a few
Is
people.
it the Ubisoft one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Ubisoft. But I've seen a load of people being like, I don't know what this game's supposed to be. I don't know really what it's trying to do or achieve.
No one really should have given their opinion because they should have been under NDA.
Well, there is that as well.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit of an odd one though, wasn't it? Wasn't it a case like there wasn't supposed to be anyone giving out like thoughts and stuff, but then some people were allowed and some people I can't remember unless that was something else. Because there was I'm pretty sure there's been
I got us because of obviously it being American. I didn't realize. I tried to do it. And I'd click on the link and it would take me to the NDA. I'd click OK and they would just have a loading screen indefinitely because it obviously was looking at where I was and was like, "Nah, you can't do it."
Fair enough.
Yeah, it sucks.
What have you been up to this week? Apart from Destiny, obviously.
Working. That's it, really. Pretty boring. Destiny. Work. More Destiny.
Destiny
Is work.
Repeat.
Eat, sleep, Destiny, repeat. Okay. We'll go to the big Luke.
Hi.
You okay?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing this week?
I just said I'm fine.
I know. I just wanted to double check, make sure you're right.
Okay,
How's
I'm still fine. Thanks.
I see you're still playing Tarkov. How's that going at the minute?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Anything else good?
Tarkov. You know, you have good days and you have bad days. So,
Well, I know sometimes you kind of get it's a bit all over because it is all over the place.
yeah. Well,
I can't imagine it.
for example, I murdered a 4-stack yesterday, and then today I've died twice. So, you know, it is what it is.
I've been getting loads of things come up, or not loads, every now and then saying or talking about Tarkov and being like, oh, why 2021 is a good time to get into Tarkov? Is just something changed or something, or is it just I don't know why I'm getting it.
It's in my opinion, it's better than it ever has been because they are constantly updating it, and it is still technically in beta. So everything they do is no, that's a bit unfair. Most things that they do are improvements, not everything. That would be unfair. You know, that's kind of impossible. But I mean, yeah, the game is getting better and better and better and better, and there's more things to do. It's more balanced than it ever has been. There's more things to do than there ever have been. But there's still quite a lot of cheaters around. So that definitely needs improvement. But that's true of any game, any popular game anyway.
Is it cheating as in like you can't kill them, or cheating as in they like cheat items and money, or
cheating as in they can aimbot, cheating as in they can
Right.
see through walls, cheating as in they
oh,
can
good.
know where the best loot is, so they can just run around the map, aim for the best loot, and then get out again, which would then obviously make them a lot of money. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you got short runs, haven't you? You're not in there wasting a load of time. You're just in and out, sort of thing.
yeah, I mean, Tarkov is supported by BattleEye, so it is doing its best. But things like BattleEye are always a week, 2 weeks behind the latest cheats. So by the time something gets really, really popular, they can fix it or squash it, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, for a week or two, it could be a pain in the arse. But I mean, again, even that is better than it ever has been, because when Rob used to play Tarkov a wipe or two ago, there were cheats that were running rampant. People could run fast, see through walls, aimbot all at the same time. Now it's
Take
pretty
stuff out
much
of your
one or the
inventory.
other. Yeah, exactly. So,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus.
There was one where your guns would just disappear. They were just gone.
Bloody hell.
But with Tarkov, you should only be able to loot another player if I killed you. So if I killed you, Brad, I could take everything you were currently wearing: gun, armor, helmet, headset, the whole 9 yards. One of the bugs / cheats from a wipe or two ago was I could do that whilst you were still alive.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, to be fair, they fixed it pretty quickly, but
Yeah, they did.
that shouldn't happen.
Just what I'll have that, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know. I wouldn't mind trying it again, but I've got so many other games to play.
Yeah,
I'm never even
you've
gonna get
always
to.
got an endless catalogue of games to finish, haven't you? So, I mean, I'd love you, and I mean, I'd love all three of you to play Tarkov. I'm not sure Brad will ever play Tarkov, but I'd love you two to play Tarkov again for quite an extended period of time, because I'd love, especially Rob, because obviously Rob played for a full wipe and really enjoyed it, and then was like, well, the game's not going to change too much, which I totally understand. It is rinse and repeat. All they do is wipe your character, and then you do all the same things again, and the only changes are maybe a couple of tasks change, maybe some of the ammo gets buffed and debuffed, and the weapons get buffed and debuffed, etc., etc. I'd love to know, now that there's a couple of wipes and quite a lot of updates to come, I'd love to know how Rob feels about Tarkov now, knowing that he played it, 18 months ago or so, Rob?
Yeah,
it was pre-COVID, wasn't it?
I'd have to learn the game again, wouldn't I think.
I think so. Well, a lot of it, yeah, not all of it, because some of the tasks are still the same, especially like lower level. But I mean, just recently, in the latest wipe, the latest update, they've brought in tasks for level 50, level 55, level 60, level 65, and level 70 players, which I've never ever been anywhere near, and I played Tarkov like fucking all day, every day. So
yeah, I was gonna jump back on, but then I heard there's like a scav rep thing now, isn't there? That I used to love just going in as a scav and killing other scavs, but you can't do that anymore because you lose extracts, right? If you get a negative,
If you go so far negative, you will lose extracts. Yes, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not punishing enough that you would lose so much rep. Because there are things you could do as your PMC that would then increase your scav rep.
Oh, okay.
I.e. using the car extracts give you quite a lot of scav rep. If you kill players as a scav, you get quite a lot of scav karma. If you extract as a scav now from the very latest update, which was like last week, you get quite a lot of scav karma. So
this kind of stuff to help, even though it's going to kind of put put you in the negative, there's stuff to kind of bring it back up.
Yes. So the more positive scav karma you get, there's the potential. So a map that me and Rob used to love playing was Reserve, and there are a lot of extracts on Reserve, but you only get like a set 4 and one of them was always the train on reserve. If you get your scav karma so far into the positive numbers, you literally could extract anywhere on the map. So you get like choice of 10 extracts, which is great as a scav because you could literally like run in, find a fuel or find a graphics card or something really high value and just like run to the nearest extracts, which would only be like 20, 30 seconds away.
It used to make you go across the other side of the map to extract.
Yes. So somebody like One Peg has got himself to full scav karma rep, and you get all the extracts, like every single one, even the one that you spawn right next to. So you could go into the next bunker on reserve, find a fuel, or find a ASer, or find I don't know, whatever, one of the tank shells or whatever you need for certain tasks, and just get out of the next extract. You could be in the raid for less than 60 seconds and just get out.
Okay.
But obviously that's quite a lot of farming and quite a lot of work to get that far. But yeah, we've probably talked about Tarkov too long. So
No, it's fine. Do you know when the next big wipe's coming? By any chance?
No, you probably not know that for about a week beforehand.
Yeah,
wipe-wise, I could probably tell you when the next update's coming, but not a wipe.
When was the last wipe? It was about a month ago, right? They're normally about every 6 months ish. 6
or 7 months, yeah. And the last one was maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago.
So it'll probably be around Christmas time. Ish.
Are we in August? 4, 5, probably February ish.
Yeah. Okay.
Going on previous sort of timestamps, which they seem to be sticking to within a week or two. So.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on how their progress comes with the updates, because they do genuinely do a wipe with a big update, and the next big update would probably be a new map launch. And I know everybody wants Streets to be next, but it's probably going to be Lighthouse. So,
Well, the good thing, I mean, I know Brad doesn't. I don't know if Brad knows 100% what we're on about, but I think one of the best things. All right, it sucks about the wipe. The fact that you work all that time and gear up and get all your money and your boxes and all the rest of it. But then it allows people that have bought the game to kind of really kind of jump in and start from scratch with it on kind of a level playing field, even though there's going to be people that are there, day one of the wipe and are going to be farming the shit out of it.
The first 2 weeks of any wipe are amazing fun because everyone's like using crap armor, everyone's using crap bullets.
Yeah.
So the fights last a lot longer. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. I think I have to be okay. I think I'd be I'd be interested in jumping back in if Rob jumps back in, I think. Not, and obviously Brad if he wants to try it, because normally when they do a wipe, they put it on offer, don't they? I think normally, what is it, the week before?
The offers just recently were a couple of weeks after, to be fair. But I mean, if Brad wanted to try it, I'd let him pay for the regular version to try it, and then I'd be happy to pay for his upgrade to get the big boy version, to be fair, if he was going to play it for a while.
I think like it because you like DayZ, didn't you, Brad?
Yeah.
It's very much, obviously DayZ had zombies and all the rest of it, but it even looks like DayZ, that kind of, it looks like it uses a very similar engine. I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure what the engine is, but it's
Unity.
Yeah.
Unity. They keep porting to the latest versions as well, which is how the game is improving itself. But
it's always a good thing, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm definitely interested in jumping back in. I messaged you this week, I think, talking about Rainbow Six Contamination, and because what's the new Rainbow Six called? Is it Parasite, or I don't know what the fuck it's called.
I'm not sure what it's actually called, but yeah, it's basically the standalone version of that Rainbow Six game mode, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. It's what we played beforehand, isn't it?
Yeah. I would like to think they've made it better and more detailed and more involved than just the Rainbow Six version of that, because obviously it wouldn't lend itself to standalone title just as what it was. But
Yeah.
yes, what they're doing in Rainbow Six at the moment is the precursor to that title.
Yeah, I really enjoyed what we played of that. I kind of, it's a shame that the new game isn't. I know it's probably a shit model to use, but it's a shame it's not free to play. But I'm also hearing some very bad things with regards to microtransactions with the new Rainbow Six game. So yeah, it doesn't. Apparently, like things have been cut from it. Like there was a campaign and it's been cut. Yeah, I don't know, but it's a shame because I really enjoyed that contamination mode that we played. I know it was like 2 or 3, but I think it was me, Rob, and Luke that played. I think Rob, you played it with us. I think.
Yeah. I think it was limited to 3 players as well, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was good though. I enjoyed it. That's what got me excited about when they announced that they were going to make a version of that as a standalone Rainbow Six title. That did get me quite excited. It just depends how much content they actually put in that and how much they
Yeah.
charge for that. But yeah, I would definitely be tempted to check that out.
Brad, did we talk about Assassin's Creed going
We
did. Yeah.
as an open server? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted because it feels very. It's not. I don't think it's a bad idea taking something that obviously worked really, really well in the Rainbow Six community and then kind of expanding it into its own game. But I guess we'll just have to see what the final product's like.
I think
guess we
loads
can-
of stuff's going to go live server eventually, and
Yeah. I suppose we might as well get down to some stuff that we've been up to this week.
How was
I don't-
the beta you played? Did you play it yesterday?
Yeah, we played it. Yeah, have you played it at all, Rob?
No.
Okay, so me and Brad checked out the open beta for Back for Blood. I really enjoyed my time with it. I'm seeing a lot of people kind of complain about it, but I think it's just general. Any game release kind of gets complaints nowadays. It's not 100% perfect. I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be a game out there that is 100% perfect on launch anyway. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Brad, what did you think of the Back for Blood open beta that you played? Because you've played a lot more than me, I think now.
I played it a bit today as well. I played on PC with you last night, and then I played on PS5 with a couple of our mates today. Yeah, it's really good fun. I don't think it does anything massively different in its campaign missions. It's very World War Z. It's kind of very similar to that sort of thing. I think you go in, you pick up your weapons, you pick up upgrades for your weapons, you get a shop at your safe house to buy different weapons and buy med kits and buy grenades or whatever you want like that. But it looks really good, and for a beta, whatever, it runs like perfectly. Like there was no issue with it at all. Like no lagging, no frame dropping, like nothing like that.
No, I was running at 100. I think I was around 142 frames, probably for the whole entire session that we were playing, and it was absolutely fine.
Yeah,
No
it was like
issues with that
perfectly
game.
stable, really good. Yeah, it's really fun. It's just a fun zombie game, and then we played the PvP game mode as well for a couple of rounds, and that was really fun as well. So the PvP is you get 3 rounds. One team will start as the cleaners, which are your humans, and then one will start as the infected. So your cleaners, you get like about a minute, I think, to run around, open boxes, find weapons, find stuff to like. You can put up like barbed wires and stuff to block paths and stuff, and you get to like set up. And then the infected, they get mutation points at the start, and you can earn it by killing people, and I think you just earn them over time as you're playing anyway, like slowly, and you can upgrade the horde of just like standard zombies to do more damage or be more
Armored
resistant,
zombies
or
and stuff,
or you can upgrade your character, your pick, so you get like a big brute type infected with a big arm that just smashes everything up. You get one that you can charge in and just blow up and cause like poison damage, and you can like upgrade them as well. So the aim of it is the cleaners have to survive as long as they can, and it's got a BR style like ring around the map. So I think a good example. We had one last night, didn't we, Mike? They were camping in a room. They like blocked it all up with barbed wire so the horde can get in, and they were sat in there, but they can't stay in there the whole game because the ring closes in, so it forces them to move after a while.
Yeah, it's probably one of the weirdest versus mode that I've ever played. But the fact that obviously you get to play two different characters. To be honest, I was like, I don't really want to be a zombie and all the rest of it. And I jumped in, and then I was like, okay, this is actually pretty fun. And then with the whole BR mode, it's kind of got like this weird. I say BR mode. It's basically got the BR circle, Rob.
It sounds like Apex. Have you heard of Apex? Has got that arena mode.
I have heard of it.
3v3, and there's a ring involved, and it gets smaller and smaller. Forces
it's
conflict.
So basically, you have to survive as long as you can as the cleaners, and then you switch, and then when you switch to the cleaners, you have to try and outlast their time.
Oh,
so you've just got to beat their time.
That sounds really fun.
It is really fun.
To be honest, we played it. I think Brad was like, "Oh yeah, I'd quite like to try the versus mode at some point," and then I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it." So I clicked it, and it was like, I didn't know if you were going to go to bed or whatever, and then we kind of jumped in, and we ended up playing probably more of that than we did of the campaign in the end.
Yeah.
I thought the campaign was good. It went. I don't know about. I mean, I think you played a bit more of the campaign than I have. What I think did you?
It goes on longer than we got to. It goes on.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
We played it on the easiest difficulty, and it felt like the first couple of missions were like it was almost too easy. Like as in
it was
stupidly easy. And then we got to one point, and it just went from like difficulty 1 to 10 for no reason, like going across that bridge.
Yeah.
After blowing like a tank up or something, and we're just like, what the fuck? There was just like
you get absolutely swarmed, and like it's like relentlessly throwing zombies and like big special zombies at you, like mutated ones at you. It's really
it's a lot of fun though. Yeah. I think
then Mike decided we'd try nightmare difficulty after only playing through it once.
Oh yeah, we joined some guy that was not very happy with us, was he?
No, he was like super serious. It was a lot harder.
Did you speak to him?
Like you run out of ammo quickly, and he was just getting pissed off.
The funny thing is, like, I can't remember the last time I joined a game, and like the old days of like Battlefield or Call of Duty or even Division when we used to play the Division, and like nowadays I don't really use my microphone when we play games, especially games that are online, because there's no point, and everyone's in their own Discord chats or bloody PlayStation chats and all the rest of it, and I don't know, it was just really funny. He was like, what was he said? He was like, if you see a zombie, run away. You would know this if it wasn't your first game. I'm like, wow, someone's like really salty like playing this open beta. So he's obviously probably played it last weekend, got all his shit sorted, then gone into the highest difficulty mode trying to complete it before it comes out, and then he'd be there on day one when it comes out. He was not happy.
No, he wasn't. Another thing with the campaign, I just remembered. So you spawn into like a hub world, like a base where you can upgrade your weapons, presumably in the full game. You can't do that in the demo. You get card decks, but the cards are basically perks, and you can make like a hand of 5 cards with the perks on, and then at the start of each part of the act, you can like select another card from your hand to give you like a different buff or perk.
Buff ability, so like you can have instead of
plus 10% stamina, plus 5% ammo,
it's
heal faster, stuff like that.
I feel like it's like how we played it last night. So it was me and Brad playing it. It was good between us two when we played it, but it would be a lot more fun if you had like a full team. You're all talking, like you're playing it on nightmare. Like, I want to say like on a harder difficulty than obviously like the normal mode, but you're all talking. You're all like getting your decks kind of in tune and trying to figure out.
Did you say decks?
Decks, specifically decks. Save the other. Well, save if you want to get our dicks in tune for a couple. You can do that in a couple of weeks' time. What? Just being honest.
Okay.
I just think it's definitely a 4-player game. because that's what it's been built around. But it would be even like I had fun last night, but if I, much like Tarkov, if I played this game with all of us, like us fucking around, Rob drunk, and yeah, it just.
Do I have to be drunk?
Well, no, but you're 90% drunk.
Oh, okay.
All the time anyway, aren't you? It's just that 10% difference.
I think if you played it, if you jumped in on your own or with two of you like we did last night, like a couple of hours or whatever would be enough, and then you'd be like, oh, fucking, I'm sick of the bots dying all the time, or like, I'm sick of these like people like they're like shit, or like they're way better than us and we're just like dicking around. I think if you had four of you, you'd be more inclined to play it for longer.
Yeah. So to be fair, we did play it for quite a
Yeah,
long
we did.
time.
Yeah.
It was just quite late,
well.
wasn't it? At that point.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what else they add to it on the full release.
Yeah,
but it's definitely piqued my interest playing it.
It's on Game Pass, right?
Potential.
Yes, it's on Game Pass.
Awesome.
I'm probably going to try it when it comes out. The missions, to be honest, it's nothing like World War Z. That you're not holding bases down. You're not doing any of. It's literally you just run through the entire time. It's grab a weapon, buy some shit at a freaking stash or whatever, and then move on. Kill a bunch of zombies. You get a boss. Yeah, it's good fun. If you just want to tear shit up with a bunch of mates for a few hours, it's pretty fucking good.
I did watch some people play it. That's how I got my key. I watched a streamer play it for like an hour. And yeah, it does look fun.
It is, yeah. Right, okay, so let's get down to some, I want to say some news, but before we do, there was something, I believe at least 3 of us have been able to watch this week. I know Brad's not been able to watch it because he's been in isolation, but without giving a huge amount of spoilers away, the Suicide Squad boys. If you
Is that
want
what the film's called? The Suicide Squad Boys.
Suicide Squad boys. Yeah. Brad, I don't know, in case of any spoilers on that, I don't know if you want to take your headphones off for a couple of minutes, but
I'm going to spoil the fuck out of it.
No, don't. We haven't got a lot of time left anyway. What did you think of the Suicide Squad?
It was amazing. I was in stitches the whole way through.
Because I kind of want to reflect on that with Luke. Luke, what did you think of the Suicide Squad?
Not quite that good.
Was it A, just a film, or B, the best film you've ever seen in the history of DC Comics?
I'm going to go with A. Okay. It definitely wasn't the best film I've seen.
It's true to the comic,
DC Comics.
It's very true to the comic, which is probably why a lot of people are not that impressed with it. I don't know.
No, I'm not saying I'm not impressed with it. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, but
thing is, I know
you found it hilarious all the way through and thoroughly enjoyed it, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was to me, it is the type of movie where you take your brain out and watch people kill each other for a couple of hours, and then go, that was all right.
I mean,
favorite character.
Oh, fucking. Margot Robbie's character, whose name has gone completely out of my brain.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Yes, Harley Quinn all day long. She was the best character in the first one, and she's the best character in the second one. Like, no question.
Okay. Rob, favorite character.
It's a tie-up.
Don't say the Weasel, or I will jump down.
No. I reckon one of them's Peacemaker.
Yeah. King Shark.
Yeah. The only issue I have with King Shark is just the fact that he's really dumb. Like, but I know.
So good.
I'm still not 100%. I'm still not 100% on Stallone's voice doing it.
No, it's perfect.
You reckon?
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
I really enjoyed it. It was mine and my wife's anniversary last weekend, and we went down to see Suicide Squad, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. But to me, if the thing is, like, I feel like they've replicated. I don't want to say Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's definitely kind of that vibe, which is kind of ironic because obviously you had David Ayer brought in to do the original Suicide Squad, to then turn it into a Guardians of the Galaxy style film, to then bring in James Gunn, who made that film and has, this film is really fucking good. I think
It's
it's
very
definitely
much
probably
it's very much a James Gunn film, isn't it?
it is very James Gunn. If you have seen anything outside, his Marvel repertoire, like Super and Slither.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of his Troma films really, but yeah, it's definitely in the vein of like Super. And Nathan Fillion, dude.
It was such a good. Yeah, I was expecting it to
I'll be-
last a little bit longer, but spoilers.
I know you haven't seen it yet, Brad. But the only thing I will say, when you get around to watching this film, just they've pretty much made this film Game of Thrones of comic book movies, but in 2 hours rather than over like 5 seasons or whatever.
Yeah, don't get
7
attached
seasons.
to any of the characters.
Literally, don't get attached to any of the characters. It's really really good. I don't know. I think you're right with regards to Peacemaker as definitely one of my favorite characters.
There's
Like,
a scene where they're going into a camp, and here, Peacemaker and what's his face, the Will Smith replacement. I can't remember his name.
Idris Elba,
Yeah,
but I can't remember who.
Yeah, his characters.
It was Blood. I want to say Bloodshot, but it's not Bloodsport.
Yeah, those two. That was brilliant. That scene is amazing, especially at the end when they find out that they've been. Yeah.
What actually done. But that whole bit where I don't know if you found this.
It's like something from Hot Shots.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know if you found this to be true or not. But there's a couple of shots in this film that really kind of, because obviously it's a 15, it's gory, and this kind of things going on. It's quite visceral, right? And I like it when films like that really kind of push the boundaries. But I do kind of feel like this film pushes the boundaries. There's a couple of shots that kind of linger slightly too long on purpose to kind of make you slightly uncomfortable, if you know what I mean, Rob. Like, there's a whole King Shark when he goes into the camp. Like, it's it just kind of lingers on what he does. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole thing with Harley, and yeah, it's really good. But I'll say, I think Harley was very, very well wrote in this film. I feel like this is the best we've seen of her character. James Gunn can write her really well.
Agreed.
And the flower scene is fucking awesome. That's all I'm going to say on it. Brad,
Does Jared Leto cameo in it at all?
No.
Okay.
He just pops in halfway
the
through
film.
to sing The Kill and then walks away again.
Oh, the soundtrack, dude. The soundtrack is amazing as well. Did you yeah, it's really good.
It is good. It's basically a NAM film. First 10, 20 minutes of the film, like, Brad, you're going to love it. Honestly, they don't fuck around with this film at all.
Yeah.
They don't fuck around. They do not fuck around with this film. There's no half an hour set up. It's 5 minutes done. 5 minutes. It's not even that, I don't think. I think it's like 2 minutes. And then, I think it's very, very clever storytelling in this. Because it's not quite straightforward, is it? This one. And it's really cool what they do with, like, I want to say chapters, but it's not really chapters, is it? Like, they kind of name each kind of section of the film. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Right. Okay. So we got a few things to talk about before we leave. We have straight away Stranger Things season 4 trailer. It's not coming till next year, but they've given 30 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that, and a trailer dropped this week. Brad, did you see it, and what do you think?
Saw it. I'm excited. It doesn't show much, really. Like you said, it shows a few flashbacks from the last season, and then it shows a doctor talking to well, you don't see all the kids that are in the, what do you call it, like the hospital where they all are. I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, where all the like kids are, they're experimenting on that, and then he like talks to 11, or like she hears him talking to her while she's locked in a room, and then that's it. It doesn't really give tons away, I don't think. But
I watched a
Yeah.
different trailer.
did you? Oh.
Yeah. Me too.
I watched the one from like 6 days ago, or whatever it
I
was.
just found out that the Mitty who we thought was dead is now alive.
You watched the first trailer.
Making a railway.
Pretty sure he was alluded to at the end of season 3.
Yeah, it
wasn't he?
was in the post credits. Yeah.
I didn't see the post credits. Maybe I would just watch the post credits scene on YouTube.
Post credits of season 3. There's some Russians saying, "Oh yeah, like the American guy."
Oh,
It was like,
Oh no, I
he's-
saw that. Yeah, but no, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
he's making a railway and then he takes his hat off.
yeah. I
And you
think
see
that was
him.
the first proper trailer. This is
Yeah.
just like another like sneak peek.
I mean, we all
Feels
know
like
he was still
20
alive,
seconds.
don't we?
Yeah.
You don't want to kill off it. I mean, I'm pretty sure off the back of this, he was moving on to do Hellboy. Like
Yeah.
when
Yeah, he was,
season 3 was, just kind of
he got
finished.
ripped,
Yeah,
and then he got a bit fat of Black Widow.
he was pretty. I really liked him in Black Widow. He's probably one of my favorite characters. Just not enough screen
Did
time.
we talk about Black Widow? I think we
If
did.
No, we didn't. Did you enjoy it?
No,
Really?
no. It's probably the worst Marvel film I've seen. Like
My issue with that film is it should have come out
3 years
Last
ago.
year?
a few years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it should have come out in between Infinity War and Endgame.
Talking of Marvel, have you watched the first episode of What If yet?
What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen the first episode of What the Fuck. Have you seen the first episode, Rob?
Yeah. The Peggy Carter one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Although I didn't really
It's
like her acting in it. It was really forced.
Yeah, but she. I
Well, they're
think
pretty good on the whole, like the voice cast and that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
even-
was really good, but like I just didn't like. There's a bit where
Yeah,
she's,
I can kind of get that. Yeah,
oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that.
but
And
it
then-
is. I suppose it's a cartoon, really.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
looked
kind of-
really.
yeah.
It was a bit weird.
the
animation style's cool. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
looks
was gonna say,
good. It looks really
the animation style is absolutely amazing. It was like watching. It was literally like watching an animated movie. You know, they have spared no expense on. I mean, they got that Disney dollar, so they should be all
good.
right.
A lot of people die in that like 20 minutes as well. I mean, they're Nazis, so it's fine. But
Yeah, it's quite a brutal animated
she is
film.
like fucking them up.
Yeah, this is. I was watching her and she's like throwing the shield around and like bashing the fuck out of them. I'm like, whoa! And my missus came in going, "Are the kids okay to watch that?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's just for a Nazi get
There's
killed
no
off."
like blood or anything, is there? It's just brutal.
Yeah, it was a lot.
The only reaction I
It's-
got from my kids was, "That wasn't long enough. Why is it finished?"
But
Wait,
that
reaction
what
from your
Cheryl
kids
says
or
as
from
well?
Cheryl?
No, from the kids.
Yes,
Alright.
Luke.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Well done.
it's a common theme by the sounds of it.
It's good. Check it out. It's good.
It is good. I'm looking forward to the next few episodes as well. But
If people don't know what it is, it's narrated by a character called the Watcher, and he
Which is
basically
mainly
sees-
from fucking. It's Harold, isn't it? Is it no Henry? Harold. What's his character in that?
Westworld.
In Westworld.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Wait, who's voicing him?
The guy from
Hey,
Westworld. He's
Which one?
he's the new the guy in the new Batman.
Anthony Hopkins. He's Jeffrey. Not Jeffrey. That's Jeffrey Wright. He's Commissioner Gordon. in the
Commissioner
new Batman
Gordon,
film.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. His name's Bernard. Is
Bernard,
it?
that's
Bernard
it,
in
yeah.
Westworld. Yeah, dude.
I can't
did I
remember.
get Henry
I
from?
can't remember his name. The actor.
Oh, they're filming Westworld as well soon. Rob,
I still need to watch season 3.
you not seen season 3?
Oh my god.
No, not. I've got it to watch. I will watch
Oh,
it.
it's so good. Are you
Anyway,
Googling?
back
are
to
you
what if
Googling it?
quickly. Me
Uh,
or Rob?
Yeah, go on, Brad.
Yeah, so the Watchers basically watches everything and any little. He sees every possible slight difference in every like instance that can happen in a timeline, and he sees how it branches off and everything. So this is a moment in the first Avenger where Peggy Carter does something slightly different, and it completely changes how that film would play out.
I
Essentially,
think that's a really cool perspective where they're actually showing you the point in time in that where everything changes.
yeah,
But
the narrated style that it does it is cool. The way they've done it.
there's another really cool thing that Steve says, because Peggy obviously isn't allowed to go to war because she's a woman and not the woman that they want. She's not the soldier that they wanted at all, is it? They wanted Captain America. But obviously, with it being a different timeline, things play out differently. Where in Captain America, once Steve Rogers becomes Captain America, he doesn't actually go to war straight away. They basically parade him around like a bloody advertisement,
Yeah.
don't they? And there's a very like clever. I guess both of you probably picked it up, but Steve Rogers, without being Captain America in this series, is basically like, at least they're not parading you around, which is like really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like a really cool throwback. Also, the guy doing Hugo Weaving's accent and voice in this is absolutely spot on. Ross Marquand,
It really
same,
good. Yeah.
yeah, same dude from who did the Red Skull in Infinity War and Endgame. But yeah, really
Also,
good.
thank you, Luke. Jeffrey Wright is the actor's name.
Did I not say Jeffrey Wright? Right.
I don't know.
No, I think you did.
The last thing I'll say on What If is the fact that because of the events of Loki, this is actually in that timeline. It is all continuity.
Yeah, I try explaining that to my 6-year-old and 8-year-old. It didn't go down well.
It's just a very,
They
very
were like,
quick way.
they just looked at me strange.
Yeah, it's just a very cheap. I want to say cheap. It's just a. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but apparently it's going to be multiple
slowly
seasons.
introducing the multiverse, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's another really cool way of introducing like younger kids to the Marvel universe that perhaps didn't watch those original films.
I sat and watched the whole Legends series on Disney as well, which it basically explains. You get the backstory of lots of different things.
Yeah.
And yeah, the kids watched that as well, and they really enjoyed that.
They're really good as like a catch up to.
Yeah,
like,
that's what they're
especially
there
before-
for, aren't they? For people that haven't
Yeah.
seen anything, they're just like a big catch up.
Yeah, because we've got Hawkeye coming in November, I believe, and we'll probably get a Legends episode just for that alone as well. Okay, moving on to a trailer that I probably hated the first trailer that we've seen so far, but the second trailer kind of won me over a little bit more. I'm going to go to Luke on this one. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. After watching this trailer, are you looking forward to it? I'm pretty sure you enjoyed the first one.
Did. Yeah, I think me and Rob both enjoyed the first one, if I remember rightly.
I did. Yeah.
I really don't understand what your fucking problem is.
No, I don't have a huge problem with it. It just, like I said before, it just feels like a film from the Sam Raimi era.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like somebody wrote the script back then. We're like,
It's probably
we need a Venom
that
film.
probably is the case.
Yeah, it just feels like they're like, well, we still have this script, but they haven't updated it up to
Right.
kind of.
All right. So
anyway.
you didn't like the first one. What do you think about the 2 trailers that you've seen for the second one? Obviously, you didn't like the first trailer. You've already said that. But
Well, I went to you, so I'm going to ask you first. Come on.
yeah, well, I fight it back at you. So
Okay,
just answer the fucking question.
Oh, he's got his racket out.
On the volley.
On the volley, look at that. I don't know. I'm definitely a lot more on board with it. Not so much because of the story, or because I still don't think the CGI does not look very good in this at all.
CGI looks straight out of 2003 as well.
Yeah, it looks like the end of Black Panther, but there we go. The only thing that sold me is the fact that it seems to be a bit more brutal. Like there's a shot in the trailer where it looks like Carnage is ramming one of his tentacles down some dude's throat.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone picked that up.
It wasn't his tentacle, it was his tongue.
It was his tongue, yeah.
Oh, it's not. Well, it's even better. It just feels like it's kind of upping, because the first one was supposed to be R-rated, and then they were like, oh shit, we're gonna backtrack and then put it out as a 12A. So the first one was actually supposed to be R-rated, and I kind of want to see that if they actually have any footage for it. But if they're kind of keeping it a little bit darker. I mean, it's Andy Serkis. I assume he's kind of got some kind of dark side to him. He's kind of try and push that boundary as much as he can. It looks better. I'm still not on board with Hardy doing the voice of Venom because it just sounds so weird. It literally sounds like someone's just put it through some kind of voice modulation, it's literally what they've done. They've mucked around with his voice, but we'll see. The first one was trying to show off comedy, and the second one looks a lot better, a lot better. I'm on
There's
board.
still comedy in the second trailer, like when he breaks his nose twice, and then fixes
Yeah,
it.
it's like Remy today. I should have broken it
When he
again.
has an argument with the store owner about the chocolate that's not been delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that whole making breakfast scene in the first one, I was like, oh, this is nasty. How do you do that?
I did like the bit in this trailer where he's fighting Carnage and he's basically like, no, I'm out. And he's like, I need you. I'll let you eat all of the people.
What was it he says? It's like, oh, it's one of the red ones or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's one of the red ones. I'm interested.
I'm thoroughly on board.
Same.
I really enjoyed the first one, and the second one looks like it's even better. So
I don't know if I'll be going to
What's
the
his
cinema.
face is going to be a good serial killer. He's got those crazy eyes.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah, he has got
Woody
crazy
Harrelson,
eyes,
yeah,
hasn't
is a great serial killer cast. Yeah,
You know his name in this, right? Am I right in thinking it's Cletus Cassidy or something like that? I think it's
he?
Cletus.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
But dude, it's Woody Harrelson. He's
Yeah, Woody Harrelson is fantastic. Yeah,
Brad,
he's amazing in like Zombieland and Zombieland 2.
Yeah.
He's fucking brilliant in those movies.
He's in White Men Can't Jump.
Yes,
Right?
he is. Yeah,
he is in
with
that.
Wesley Snipes, is it?
Yes. I think that is right. Yeah. What do you reckon, Brad?
I think I pretty much mirror what you said, Mike. I didn't really like the first trailer, but this one has given me a bit more hope that this is going to be at least a good movie.
Well, they've had to write a new script.
Yeah, the CGI still just is, like I'm not looking forward to them fighting. It's going to be like a headache-inducing mess. But
hey, at least they've changed.
Yeah,
the
it rained in on the sort
them.
of. It rained it in
versus
on the
red.
comedy a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Can
see
I-
a difference.
Will it be as much as a headache-inducing mess as literally any of the Transformers movies?
No,
I've only watched the first one, so
is that the only one you've ever watched? Wow.
I don't want to watch anymore.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
they literally make me feel sick.
Yeah, I agree with you. Apart from Bumblebee, I will defend Bumblebee because I think
I've
that's even
not
better than the first
I've
one.
not seen that one, so I can't comment. But like
It's
all
better
the
than-
Transformers movies, it's just so much happening in such a small space with such shit CGI. It's just
Yeah.
I'm going to be sick all over my TV right now, so I need to turn it off.
They don't do that as much in Bumblebee. They make everything kind of defined and slower, whereas it was kind of like, oh, we're just gonna mash a load of parts together. And oh, look, it's a
Also, John Cena's in Bumblebee.
So Michael, we've got this like great setting for like a good story moment. All right, how can we blow that up? I think that's pretty much how those films went.
Going full circle, John Cena in Suicide Squad was fucking terrible, by the way.
No.
what? No, disagree.
No,
What?
he's fucking awful.
He's one of the best characters.
I think
Fuck
he's-
off.
I think that's one of the best characters he's played.
yeah.
I could be. Do you? Am I wrong?
I'm not
on
having that. He's so wooden. He's like 1984 Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But
Yeah.
I feel like
That's the point, though, dude.
Yeah, but
that is
doesn't make
the
it
exact
good.
point.
yeah, but it doesn't make it good, does it? Just because that's what people cast him for, it doesn't make it a great idea.
Yeah, it
People
does,
can
'cause
have bad ideas.
I saw an interview and he literally turned up wearing the costume. So good.
Hey, if you're good at something, stick to what you're good at, right?
Oh.
Dude, the dick scene on the beach. Look, he's fucking laughing about it. It's like, oh, it's
Does
fucking
it make
terrible.
it good because I'm laughing about it?
Yes, it does.
It does.
You were entertained.
Yes.
Are you not entertained?
Right, Maximus Meridius. I guess. Rob, Venom. Yes, no.
Yes. Hell yes.
Cool. Okay, so from one film that Woody Harrelson's in to another film that Woody Harrelson's in, may
Yes.
not be a slight ripoff of John Wick, but I don't care. It looks pretty good. We're checking out the Kate trailer for Netflix, which I believe is dropping in September. I'm not too
Correct.
sure off the
Yeah,
top of
correct.
my head.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the woman in it. It's the woman that's going out with
Mary
Greg.
Winstead. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, is that her name?
Yeah, that's the one. The one from 10 Cloverfield Lane.
And that comic book movie from back in the day.
Yeah,
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim
Pilgrim.
versus the World,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
she was also in
Bourne. She was in Bourne, wasn't she? She was in the Bourne films.
Did you say,
She was-
I thought you said porn.
No, Bourne films. The Bourne Identity film.
I'm not 100%, but I know she was in a comic book movie. Was it last year or the year before? She was in Harley Quinn and the Birds
Oh,
of
yeah.
Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huntress? Was it Huntress?
Possibly. She's shit in that, though.
Black Canary? I can't remember. One of them. Yeah, she's not very good on that, but this looks pretty good. I kind of like the world building in this and the fact that she's going. It looks like she's fighting most of the Yakuza, I think.
Yeah,
I-
Yakuza, yeah.
For me, the best part of the trailer was when she cocked a gun on someone's face. Did you catch that?
No.
I mean that's impressive.
Yeah.
There's some skills right there.
She literally just...
Yeah, the fight scenes look good. I'll give it that. The bar scene where she's bashing somebody in the face with a bottle. Then the funny thing is she bashes someone in the face with a bottle. Then it kind of slides. Then it cuts. Then you see someone slide, and someone as she kind of puts her foot on this person. This is another one of those trailer instances with the freaking flames, Brad. And this person just goes literally just touched, no force, and the person goes whoosh through the fucking windows. I'm like, that seems a little bit, but hey, it's
There's
Female
someone
John
from
Wick,
Atomic
though.
Blonde on this, isn't there?
yeah. There's
Yeah.
a producer for whatever that stands for.
Yeah.
Because
It looks good though.
yeah, it looks good. It'll be on Netflix in a couple of weeks.
So I guess
I'll be checking it out for sure. What I don't like about the premise of this is that she can take on the Yakuza.
sorry, do you mean the premise?
Yeah, the premise.
No,
Come on, dude.
I mean the premise. I can speak English.
Talking Japanese. I'm not
What,
talking
what I
Japanese.
don't like about the premise of this movie, if you stop motherfucking interrupting me, is that she can take on the Yakuza within 24 hours of being poisoned. Like,
by sushi.
well, yeah, but she's poisoned and misses a shot, which is the whole start of the movie because she was
Yeah,
poisoned.
and then
so she
suddenly
missed a
she's
shot,
insane
And then
again.
all of a sudden she's insane again and can take on the whole Yakuza, including a boss of the Yakuza that apparently never comes out from
Yeah,
underground.
it is a weird setup.
Like,
Hey,
you know,
I've-
call it the female John Wick all you want. I don't care if it's male, female, fucking non-binary, whatever. I'm not in that argument. It's just the fact that it's somebody that's been poisoned, within minutes of being poisoned, misses a sniper shot, but then has got 24 hours to live and takes on the whole Yakuza. It seems a little bit extreme, but I will still watch this movie because it looks like it might be take your brain out and entertaining. So I'll give you my full review when I've watched it. And
No, that's fine. To me,
When
this
he's put
looks,
his brain back in.
yeah,
this film looks a lot better than Jolt, and I watched Jolt. I don't know if anybody else has had a chance to
I
watch
watched
Jolt with
that.
Kate Beckinsale. What did you reckon, Rob? I feel like it was comical in a few bits, but some stuff was.
Dude, the car scene, the car chase was so bad.
Yep. Did you see the bit where did you understand what I meant now when there's two firefighters at the back watering?
Oh, they
her
didn't
house?
fix that.
Oh, there's a thing that goes off during the fucking day. There's a fire during the day, and they're still there at nighttime, putting the fire out, but there's no fire.
I didn't
At
catch
all.
that.
I guess it's
I
probably
wasn't
still
paying that
hot,
much
but-
attention, but I just remember the car scene being atrocious. There's like a car chase bit that's just like something out of a 1970s car chase film.
Yeah.
Like the Blues Brothers. With
Yeah.
a lot less money.
Stanley Tucci, I think it's Tucci, is pretty damn good in that. And Boomerang, good old Boomerang.
Yeah.
Anyway. I guess next up, Midnight Mass trailer. Mike Flanagan off the back of and I can't remember what was the
Bly Manor.
Bly Manor. That was it. The Haunting of Bly Manor is adapted. I think it's a novel off the top of my head. I can't remember what the author is, but I'm pretty sure it's a novel. But yeah, pretty standard fare for Mike Flanagan. Some kind of murder mystery horror stuff kind of going on in the trailer. Is anyone kind of looking forward to this? Because this is part of his deal with Netflix, I believe.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
It's
What?
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, it looks really good. So I think it's basically a priest moves to an island, and then there's like some sort of miraculous things happening, and then but also there's equally like really shit and weird things happening as well.
Oh,
I think
is it this? No, it's not this. Oh, it was the other one. Sorry, Rob. What were you saying? Sorry, dude.
I wasn't that impressed by the trailer I watched.
No, I don't think it's trying to give any. It's literally just a. I don't know if you felt like it, but I felt like it was just a bunch of shots put together, and then that was it.
It was just
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel
yeah, I
any
suppose
love for it
as like
whatsoever.
as someone who hasn't watched other things, it's a nothing trailer. But like if I'm excited, I was excited for this purely based off of the last two things he did on Netflix. So
Yeah, me too. To be honest,
Yeah.
this comes out in September as well, so I would definitely be checking this out because the nights start drawing in, the weather starts getting a bit worse. It's perfect time for something a little bit spooky and horror-ish to come out.
Definitely. Has anybody had a chance to watch Doctor Sleep yet? At all, the
No.
Shining sequel. Oh,
No.
man, I've got no one to talk about with it because
I
he
need to watch The Shining first.
I think
It's-
I've seen
it's
that. I think I've
with
seen
Ewan
it.
McGregor.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? Because there is a pretty fucked up scene with a kid at one point. Like, really, I want to say really fucked up, but yeah, they held back on that apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought it was a really good film, and Ewan McGregor, I thought was really good in it as
Yeah,
well.
no, it was. I really enjoyed that film.
If you like that, you will probably like.
So I love The
Blind-
Shining. It's great.
Really, I didn't know you liked The Shining.
Yeah.
Oh right,
By
okay.
Jack Nicholson. It's great.
I still. Do you not think it's really weird they reference it quite a big chunk of Ready Player One?
No.
Maybe it's just me. I just feel like it's really well, not a really weird thing to reference because obviously it's fuck, what's his name? That I've forgotten who directed it now. Yeah, doesn't matter. You should definitely go check out Hill House and Blind Manor. I reckon you'd like it. If you like Doctor Sleep, you like it.
I don't think he'll like Hill House. He might like Bly Manor. Bly Manor's got more of a story to it. It's not all about horror. I mean, Bly Manor essentially is a love story, isn't it? So
Yeah. I'm not gonna go over that again. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, looking forward to the trailer. And
Me too.
whatever. To be honest, anything this guy does, just give him the fucking Dark Tower already, please.
I knew it. But I
Please.
agree. He should have it.
He's already done. He managed to do a sequel to Stephen King's The Shining, and it was really fucking good. The downside, nobody went to see
How
it.
many Dark Tower books were there? There's like, what?
7?
7. Give them 7 series, 22 episodes per piece.
that's
No.
see, yeah. Dark Tower needs to be a series.
It needs to be
You
fleshed
can't
out.
make that into a movie. Even I know that.
You can
It's
make
too
it into a
much.
bad movie.
Well,
yeah,
there's too much
Has been
please
proven.
don't. I was so
Too soon,
looking
dude.
forward
Too
to
soon.
that. It is. The worst thing is they had what was it? Esther Knight, Stephen Esther Knight behind the freaking one at Amazon. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
Not again, Mike.
Not again. Yeah. Anyway. And finally we had is it Chapelwaite?
White.
I want to say
White.
Chapelwaite.
Chapelwaite.
So I don't know about you guys. Adrian Brody kind of disappeared off the map for me. And he's
For
kind of come
everyone.
back in this new. Is it Apple TV, Hulu? So, I don't know what TV
Netflix,
streaming
isn't it?
service is on.
Pretty
I
sure it's
don't know.
Netflix.
Oh, maybe.
Not sure.
But he's come back in. I want to say like what year is this? It's like 1850s.
I don't know, but I watched this and he's like Yeah, it's not very nice.
Cutting his nose off.
There's like
Yeah,
worms
it's-
coming out of his face and shit.
There is some weird shit going on in this. I do not, to be honest, I can't remember. I skipped through the trailer before we recorded, so I can't remember exactly what happens in the trailer. But
He is captain of a ship. Someone dies. He
His
gets
wife.
a house, and I'm pretty
His family
sure this house is fucking haunted
yeah, his house is fucked
by
by the looks of it.
worms
Yeah.
that come out of his
His wife
face.
dies at sea, so they move into their family house, and like they're all like, "Oh, your Boone family's cursed, and weird things will happen to you," and it
Yeah,
does.
the village
Yeah.
hate their family for no
Yeah.
reason.
This thing looks fucked.
Is this the one that's based off of the Stephen King?
Yeah,
novel?
so yeah.
Yeah,
Jerusalem's Lot, is it, or
Yeah,
something?
so this is a meant to be a pre. I think it's a very loose precursor to Salem's Lot, off the top of my head.
Yes. Yeah.
But it looks really good. Like it looks like one of those A24 films. If I want to say like The
It's a
Witch,
TV
or
series, though,
something
isn't
like
it?
that.
So
Or Midsummer. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see Adrian Brody back.
Agree.
So can't believe I'm getting excited over horror stuff. I never thought it would happen.
It's good. It's good. I don't know if Rob, did you tell us last week when we record? I want to say last week, the week before when we recorded. Did you talk about the fact that you actually sat down and watched
yeah, we
all the
did.
Fear Street films?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
I couldn't remember. Did you? You enjoyed them, didn't you?
Yes. I wouldn't have kept watching them otherwise.
Watch Hill House, dude. If you like that, Hill House is better. I think
It's not the
better.
same. It's not the same.
Again, he won't like Hill House. He might like Bly Manor, but he won't like Hill House.
I feel like it's the other way around. I feel like Hill House was tighter than Bly Manor.
Yeah, but
Bly Manor was really
Hill
good.
House is more of a horror, and he won't like it.
Okay. Were you haunted as a kid or anything? I just want to know.
No?
Oh, okay.
Some people just don't like horrors, dude. Calm
I know.
down.
It's just
I just don't like watching predictable shit, you know? Some things are just
fair enough.
predictable as sin, so you just, you know?
I agree, but well, I think I've said before on here that they work better as a series for me than a film on the whole. On the whole,
I feel like there's something I've watched. I've watched. Oh god, I probably said I watched The Purge 1 and 2 back to back. That was not 1 and 2. The Purge, first Purge and Purge for yeah. I didn't enjoy them. Not the other one anyway. But I am catching up on Doom Patrol at the minute, Rob.
I'm still on 4th episode of the first season, so
I've rewatched like the first 3 episodes like 3 times.
I'm struggling to find time to put it on the TV because the kids aren't allowed to watch it because it's brutal.
Yeah. I don't know. Brendan Fraser though, dude.
What? Brendan Fraser's in what? He's in it, is he? I haven't got
Yeah,
that far. Spoilers.
He plays the fucking robot, dude.
I'm not watching. I'm watching Titans. I don't know what you're watching.
Oh, Doom Patrol. I said Doom Patrol.
I'm not watching that.
Oh.
I'm watching
They
Titans.
kind of they cross
I
over.
thought we were
crossover
talking about
type.
Doom Patrol as well.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
I'm not sure
I
what happened there.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser plays the robot man in Doom Patrol. He's really fucking good at it as well.
Did they cross over then?
Slightly, yeah. It's like 1 episode. It was like an introduction for Doom Patrol.
Okay.
You know, like how the Arrowverse were like, oh look, here's the Flash in 1 episode.
They did that. Okay.
Yeah, and then they brought but the season 3 trailer of Doom Patrol looks fucking
Have you
insane.
seen the season 3 of Titans?
No, I haven't seen
You need to
season
go
3
watch
of
that.
Titans.
It's really
What, season 3 or the trailer?
The trailer.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but yeah.
I think
It
we
looks
were talking about 2 different things then.
Yeah.
That wasn't my fault. I just want to imply that was not my fault.
I haven't watched any Doom Patrol.
No, that's fair enough.
Full
Right.
blob.
I think that's it. I think before we go, maybe next time we got episode 33 coming up. So in a couple of weeks, it's not even a couple of weeks. Yeah, is it a couple of weeks we get together?
It's exactly 2 weeks
Yeah, it's
today.
2
It's
weeks.
exactly 2 weeks, yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's Friday today. We're not.
So the
recording on Saturday.
next podcast will be late. Just heads up.
Yeah, it'll be in September.
Your boys are getting together drinking
About time. It's been
a long time.
At
3 years?
least 2 years, yeah. Probably more like
Yeah, like all
two
of
and
us
a half,
together.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what Gamescom since all 4 of us were together,
Yeah,
which
so like
is
3
20.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what we're gonna do. Rob, you've put forward to what? Go see Free Guy.
Yeah, that was an idea.
Yeah. We might go do an escape room because that apparently seems to be a Sitrep challenge every time we freaking get together.
I walked past it the other day. It does look pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
did you
up
have a
for
look
it.
in? Yeah, I'm down for it. We just probably need to book it. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
And drink.
And drink and food.
Yeah. Copious amounts of alcohol.
Yes, as long as Rob loves doing escape rooms hungover, so it's fine.
Really don't.
You didn't mind the last one.
You really do not like the one in Cardiff.
Yeah, you got handcuffed. That was the weirdest shit. Anyway, I thought maybe episode 33. Obviously, depending on news on that, why don't we do another film episode? Since it's been a very, very long time since we've done one.
You mean a special episode?
Like a
Yeah.
director, you mean?
Focused on
Whoa.
actor or
Or an
actress
actor
or
or-
director, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to do it in 3 weeks' time?
Yes.
Or 4?
Yes.
Can I
Well,
suggest?
it'd
Can I suggest Ryan Reynolds?
I know what Mike wants to do already.
I'm trying to think.
Do we need to discuss this on air?
Right, we'll leave it there anyway. That's it from us, I think. Rob, anything else?
No.
Sure.
No. Why would I have anything else to say?
I'm just checking. I just don't want you. I don't want you feeling
I've
left
already
out.
said
I don't want to
too
feel like you
much.
got your emotions out there or anything like that. Anything else you want to discuss? Do you need help? Do you need help getting out of your house? I understand you're going to Paulson's tomorrow. Good luck. Hopefully, is it not tomorrow?
No, next week, dude.
Oh, what are you doing tomorrow then?
Nothing.
Because we pushed the
Destiny.
day to record. Have you pushed it for Destiny?
Oh no, Charles going over to someone's house.
Ah, okay, that's fine.
I'm looking after
I was
the
like,
kids.
motherfucker, if he's pushed the podcast because of Destiny.
Oh no, I would never do that.
Fucking too right, you wouldn't.
Brad, do you need any help escaping from your house?
No, I'm good. I've got cider and chocolate, so I'm fine.
Okay,
And my
he's been-
PlayStation and my PC, so I'm good.
You got your PlayStation keeping you warm.
I might never leave.
And Luke, I guess we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, bro.
Gonna be good.
Looking forward to it.
And on that note, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.